You're watching Canada's Weather Network. To help you plan your activities in the coming days, here are the short and long-term forecasts for your area. Want to access your weather at any time? Search for the Weather Network in your TV app store and access your weather today.
Thanks for joining us, Canada. Welcome to your national forecast. It is Halloween, October 31st. So let's get some spooky visuals. Port Stanley, Ontario. We've got some ghosts or some skeletons hanging from the trees with some overcast skies in the distance. Lots of overcast skies out in Atlantic Canada with some heavy rain throughout the day, but it's looking like if you're in Halifax, you might get a break in the rain for trick-or-treating. Thanks for joining us, meteorologists Laura Power, Rhythm. We're starting off by taking a look at our evening temps.
Well, it's the most important. Whether you're trick-or-treating or you're trying to go watch the Jays game, a few places of note is going to be across eastern portions of Canada. We saw some of those visuals of some of those cloudier skies, the rain. And Laura, one of the things we've been talking about is Melissa and its approach to the Avalon in Newfoundland.
Yeah, you've been covering this in detail, but quickly we have had a bit of a shift in Melissa's track. It's now remaining offshore throughout the day today and Saturday morning, and the bulk of the rain will also remain offshore of the Avalon.
Absolutely. Now, across portions of the Maritimes, we still have a low pressure system that's drawing the moisture of Melissa. That's going to bring heavy rainfall across portions of the Maritimes, clearing out for Halifax, like Laura mentioned earlier. But as we head into our overnight, this is Melissa right here. It's still going to be bringing the impacts of some of that heavier rainfall towards the eastern end of the province. But as we do take a look at the winds, Laura, the good news is that the stronger winds are going to remain offshore.
Yeah, absolutely. But in the first round, in the second round, you were showing me earlier, it's going to be an abundance of gusty conditions throughout your Saturday afternoon. We're pushing 90 kilometers an hour in Yarmouth, and that's also going to create some very choppy waves.
Absolutely. When we do take a look into your Saturday morning, for example, the Bay of Fundy, you can also be looking at waves getting upwards of 2 meters. Off the shore of Newfoundland, 5 meters, but also just off of Nova Scotia, that's where we have that risk for upwards of 8 meters of those waves. But in terms of the rainfall, a bulk of this has already fallen across portions of the Maritimes, up towards portions of Newfoundland, 20 to 30 for the Burin and the Avalon. Look at that smile.
I'm ready for this to be over because we've been doing it for so long. But Game 6 tonight, the Jays, they're going to do it, Rhythm.
They're going to do it 100%. This is what we need to bring. But we still are looking at some of that rainfall, right, Laura?
Yeah, but it's looking like we'll actually get a clear evening for the GTA. It's more so east of the GTA, Cobourg, towards Cornwall, and then portions of the St. Lawrence will still be dealing with some wet conditions.
And when we are dealing with some of that rainfall, by the time this is all said and done, Montreal, you are in that range of 30 to 50. You're going to be dealing with this rainfall through the day today, but we're also dealing with gusty conditions, so maybe some witches flying.
Yeah, definitely want to tie down those Halloween decorations. We'll be pushing 60 plus kilometers an hour, widespread across Ontario and Quebec, and that will linger in through Saturday for portions of Quebec.
When we do take a look up towards northwestern Ontario, we will be looking at some of those lake effect showers. So on and off showers are possible for Thunder Bay, right along northeastern Ontario as well. And then as we head into our day on Saturday, we'll continue to be looking at some of that lake effect. One of the best places is going to be the Prairies.
Absolutely. High pressure means clear skies for your trick-or-treating tonight. Now we are going to see a little bit of precipitation inch in across the foothills as well as across the north. But the main risk here of them will be the wind gusts.
Absolutely. But before we jump into that, we will be taking a look at some of those temperatures. -1 in Regina for this evening, 9 in Lethbridge. So Alberta, you really do get the best of it just because you get those downsloping winds. The Prairies still going to be quite chilly. So, you know, everyone's going to have to put a jacket on top of their costumes.
Yeah, or under if you want to have it on top. But atmospheric river is well underway across BC's coastline. It's bringing an abundance of rain, alpine snow, even some mixing up towards Whistler. That unfortunately is going to dampen your trick-or-treating.
And we're going to continue to see the heavier rainfall across the Sunshine Coastline as we head into Saturday. So this weekend may not be the best across regions of BC.
Wherever you are, get a precise weather forecast by activating your location in the Weather Network app.
In Mi'kmaq culture, sunrise ceremonies are a perfect time to track the sun's movement across the horizon throughout the year. In Atlantic Canada, the sun rises a little more to the northeast each day between late December and late June.
Experience the great outdoors with Heading Out. Join our field teams and experience what our breathtaking country has to offer. Watch Heading Out, Wednesdays starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Brought to you by Choice Hotels.